In time, you'll come to understand that the way it works is such that things will begin to pop up in your field of observable view, meaning experiences will just pop up out of nowhere, a certain situation or circumstance or an event or something like that. Like when everything is going really good in your life and you're really progressing and you're really like flowing and just like soaring along, and it seems like nothing could stop you, bang, all of a sudden something just is dropped right in your lap. This is happening for a lot of reasons. First reason is the universe wants to see if you're going to fall for this, like if you're going to take the bait. By bait, I mean, are you going to put your energy to this and start worrying and take your focus off of your dreams and your desires and then put it onto this thing? Because that's what the universe is looking for you to do. Not against you, but to allow you to understand for yourself that you shouldn't let fear control you, or uncertainty or rage or any of these low vibrational elements. These types of feelings and emotions that are erratic, unreliable, unstable, that you just can't count on them because they're irrational. That's why in certain moments you shouldn't use feelings and emotions. You have to switch to the logical, prudent, pragmatic mind. You have to remove feelings and emotions because sometimes in life there's just no room for these things. And they can get you into some serious trouble if you operate on feelings and emotions alone. So knowing that, the universe is going to drop things in your lap. Happens to me all the time too. Everything's going great, and so boom. Like whoa, you get a letter in the mail that's like shocking. Something's going to happen, or something. It could be to do with anything, like your YouTube channel gets a warning or anything like that. Just all of a sudden out of nowhere. And the universe is testing to see, are you going to panic and stress and send this energy and worry to death and take your energy away from your dream? How dedicated, loyal, and devoted are you to making this thing happen? Because if you're very shaky, and you're very wavering and you're very unstable, if you're going to fall apart the moment the wind changes direction, then that dream that you want is not meant for you, because you have to be the life force for this stuff. You can't just say, okay, I'm in today, but out I'm going to flake out and I won't be there. That's intermittent. You can't turn the light on and then off and expect to have illumination in your life entirely, completely, and totally. You have to be the power supply and the fuel source. You're the life force for this stuff. You are the only energy that can make your dreams come true. So if you get an experience that pops up into your observable view, your field of observable view, and you start wigging out and panicking and going nuts and everything, this is a clear indication that you're not made of the right stuff yet. Not that you won't be, but it's just a clear indication that you're not quite there yet, so it takes time. I'm still there too myself. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you're thinking everything's smooth and there's the finish line, and boom, a Mack truck just drops right down in front of you and blocking everything. So I'm like, all right, now how do we get around this? First thing you don't do, you don't panic, you don't stress, you don't freak out, you don't sign in fear, worry, doubt, or all that crazy low vibrational. You don't go nuts with your feelings and emotions. You just don't. You don't lose your stuff. You don't lose your cool. You're just like, all right, listen, this is just a test. This is just a part of the game. I'm not going to fall for it, and I'm certainly not going to give it my energy. So you got to learn as you go, man. Again, like with my channel, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not in a position to do that. I'm not your teacher or your owner. I don't control you. I'm not above you. Nobody is. This is just like, like suggestions that if you want to follow these suggestions and incorporate it in yourself, then, it was all worthwhile on my end. But what I've learned is that just because you have something planned doesn't mean that's the way it's going to go, because the universe has something planned even better for you. But, with that better comes trials and tribulations and crucibles. So the universe is testing you to put you into an even greater spot than you had imagined for yourself. So, thank the universe for that. But with that comes these tests that just pop in out of nowhere. I mean, for the love of God, you could just be sitting in your car having a great day and boom, something just out of the blue, and it's testing to see if you're going to lose your stuff and go nuts. Like somebody slams into you, you're going to lose your cool and just get out and start swinging and everything. If somebody's tailgating you on the parkway, is it going to set you off and aggravate you? Somebody cut you off in traffic, or you're going to wind up following them and getting into a road rage incident. Everything. The universe has everything covered in this life. Everything. Nothing is off the table. Because when you're dealing with the universe, you're saying source. So, that being said, just expect the unexpected. Not that you're anticipating it. I did a video I think I did it today about preparedness. Just be prepared for anything. Don't anticipate the worst or expect, a disaster to drop in your lap, but just be prepared for it. It's like you build your home, you make sure it's strong, and when you build it hurricane proof. It isn't that you're expecting a hurricane, but if in the event one does show up, you are already prepared. You don't have to worry about your house getting sucked away and torn to pieces because it's built solid. It's better to be prepared in advance than to not have been prepared at all, and then something tragic all of a sudden drops into your life, and then you're in a world of hurt. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to find yourself in that place. It's a very precarious place to be. So, my suggestion is just be prepared for anything, man. Just like when you think, oh, my manifestations are right there, everything's going great. It's the best time of my life. Everything seems to be working out, no problems, just easy flowing, no blockages, this, that, and everything else. And all of a sudden, boom, you get this, you get a letter in the mail or some warning on YouTube, or, maybe a bad news from a friend. Maybe somebody from years ago passed away, whatever it is, anything. You go to start your car, the engine's dead, anything. Got a flat tire. It just, this stuff, it accumulates because it's teaching you, are you going to be nuts over this or not? Are you going to be calm and just, maintain? You got to maintain your composure. It's all about consistency. You have to be consistent, reliable, dependable, with every aspect of your life if you want to accomplish anything. It's like if you want to be a doctor, you don't go 2 years and then quit and then come back 3 years later and then do another 2 and then quit. You got to see the whole thing through from beginning to end. And that means you have to persevere. You have to be diligent. You have to be determined, man. You cannot be deterred from what it is you're looking to accomplish. And the manifestation process is no different. It's just like anything else. That's why all of these books about consciousness and non-duality, they go on for hours and hours and hours. It's not that hard. Consciousness is everything. Non-duality means that everything in that conscious state is one. That's it. Just like an ocean that goes on forever. It's comprised of infinite amount of drops. Each drop is a universe unto itself, but as a collective, as the whole, it's one. We're all tied together. So that's consciousness. Consciousness is the everything of everything. It's the very embodiment of source. You are source and everything else is source that's expressing itself in a different form. So yeah, just to let you know, if something drops in your lap, don't freak out. Don't forget, it's not worth it because you're going to give all your energy to it, and you're going to turn something into a gigantic mountain that should have never been turned into anything at all. Then you're going to have to spend all of your time breaking that thing down and tearing it apart, and then it's just going to exhaust you. Worrying, suffering, fear, all of it. It's an illusion. It's just a wasted effort, a waste of energy, a waste of your feelings and emotions. I've been down that road myself way too many times. You think you got it all together, and today's a great day. You're nice and grounded. You're focused. You're level. You're really vibing in a high frequency, and all of a sudden, boom! Somebody cuts across you in traffic or whatever, sets you off, and then watch your demeanor just go whoop right down. You get angry. You become a vibrational equivalent to the low energy around you. Sometimes people, certain people have violent tendencies, man. If you just do the wrong thing, they're just looking for anything to set them off. That energy is there just waiting, and they just need any excuse to explode, man, like TNT. So you got to be very careful with that. But yeah, when you find yourself in any situation where things seem to be flowing real great, just know that at any time the universe can throw you a curveball, man. Just duck. Don't even worry about it. Sidestep it, bypass it, bob and weave, whatever. And just keep going, man, because you got to be flexible in life. You can't be rigid, because when that storm comes, you have to bend and sway with the storm. If you're the oak tree and you're rigid, it's going to just pulverize you into splinters. And that's it. So you got to be able to be flexible and adapt to any given situation. So when anything drops in your lap, don't even worry about it. Don't give it any energy, because it isn't worth it in the long run. Peace.